song is from the movie The Greatest Showman, and I like to picture that this is a song that God sings to each of us, that God is dreaming of all of the things that we can achieve together in this world if we use our God-given gifts. A million dreams of the world we're going to make. So enjoy.
I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. There's a house we can build. Every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile on a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say we've lost our minds. See, I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we desire. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. Oh, a million dreams for the world we're gonna make. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Share your dreams with me. We may be right, we may be wrong, but I wanna bring you along to the world I see, to the world we close our eyes to see. We close our eyes to see. Every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. I think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. For the world we're gonna make.
Today, I'm going to be reading a story called When God Made You. And it's written by Matthew Paul Turner and illustrated by David Catrow. And this is such a good story. It reminds us that even before we were born, God had a plan for us in this world. God knew that God would need someone who's just like you to help share God's story and to spread God's love all throughout the world. Something that we have been talking about last Sunday, and then we'll talk about this Sunday too. Let's read. When God made you. You, when God made you. An incredible you, a you all your own, a you unlike anyone else ever known. An exclusive design, one God refined, you're a perfectly crafted one of a kind. 'Cause when God made you, somehow God knew that the world needed someone exactly like you. You, God thinks about you. God was thinking of you long before your debut. From the very beginning, amid history and time, you, little one, never left God's mind. God imagined your eyes, your head's shape and size, and knew what you'd look like when you felt surprised. God pictured your nose and all 10 of your toes, the sound of your voice. God had it composed. The lines on your hands, your hair, every strand. God knew every detail like it was all planned. Out of billions of faces from cultures, all races, people God made from all different places. God knew your name, your picture is framed. God's family without you would not be the same. 'Cause when God made you, this much is true. The world got to meet who God already knew. You, when God sees you. God delights in what is and sees only what's true. That you, yes, you, in all of your glory, bring color and rhythm and rhyme to God's story. So be you, fully you, a show-stopping review. Live your life in full color, every tint, every hue. Discover, explore, have faith, but love more. And learn and relearn all that God made you for. Use your talents and passions, those gifts that God fashioned. Think up ideas and then put them to action. 'Cause God loves you, creating your true self displaying, when light on the inside through art is portraying. When you make believe, the stories conceived, the heroics, the magic, those tricks up your sleeve. When you dance alone, spinning like a cyclone, being whoever, whatever, in a world all your own. God smiles, and here's why. In the spark of your eye, a familiar reflection shines bright from inside. 'Cause when God made you, the world oohed and awed. In heaven they called you an image of God. You, when God dreams about you, God dreams about all that in you will be true. That you, God's you, will be hopeful and kind, a giver who lives with all heart, soul, and mind. A dreamer who dreams in big and small themes, one who keeps dreaming in journeys upstream. A mover, a shaker, a lover of nature. A builder of bridges, you, the peacemaker. You who views others as sisters and brothers and lives by 3 words, love one another. A confident you, strong and brave too. You being you is God's dream coming true. 'Cause when God made you, all of heaven was beaming. Beaming over you, God was smiling and already dreaming. The end. There's a few points in this story that really stick out to me. One is when the story says that you, in all of your glory, bring color, rhythm, and rhyme to God's story. Now I wonder what story you're telling. I wonder what your special talents and passions are, the ones that God gave you specifically, that you think up ideas and then put them into action. How might you show God's story and God's love in the world through not just your words, but through your actions? What sort of things will you do? What do you think it means in this story when it says, 'cause when God made you, the world oohed and awed. In heaven they called you the image of God. What do you think that means? That you are made in the image of God. Sounds pretty spectacular. If you think of all of the things that God made, God must be pretty spectacular. And if we're made in the image of God, how special does that make each of us in all of our differences? I hope this story and this song have given you as much to think about as it has me. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.